on it. She hit my line 100 times, I let it ring on it. These niggas must be out their mind, cause I'm the king on it. You know my thing, that's what I bring on it. Cause I'm the king on it. Okay. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I'm too far gone, I probably left a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I just want them dollars, nigga, you can keep the change. Unsatisfied until we on a private plane. I be with them soldiers ready to die over a name. Once that oil hit my head, I never been a I do my thing on it. She hit my line 100 times, I let it ring on it. These niggas must be out their mind, cause I'm the king on it. You know my thing, that's what I bring on it. Cause I'm the king on it. Okay. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I'm too far gone, I probably left a nigga. Respect a nigga when I check a nigga. I just want them dollars, nigga, you can keep the change. Unsatisfied until we on a private plane. I be with them soldiers ready to die over a name. Once that oil hit my head, I never been a
Shalom, it's that time again. I.S.U.P.K 56 annual Passover. It's time to get you a garment. U.P.K traditional garments going for $175. Just contact me on Messenger. I can get you one ASAP. That being said, Shalom.
Shalom, sir. You ready for the down South Texas cookout in Houston?
Houston? Never heard the news?
Yo, Warriors. Yes, sir. Come on, Respect.
Shout out there.
Hey, look, I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in.
The itinerary looking out. What's going down Thursday?
Thursday, you already know what Thursday finna look like. We got the scripture breakdown with 12 children behind me. He's gonna drop it heavy like he always do.
We're extreme. We're extreme. We are extreme. There is nothing you can do to stop us.
And after the breakdown, we're gonna have the fish fry, have some brotherhood and sisterhood, play some games, pick the pockets of y'all. You know we're gonna be shooting them dice. You know we're gonna be playing dominoes. Whatever games you have in mind, you know we put a wager line. We're gonna take that money, man. This is how we do it in Austin.
Man, so what's going on Friday then?
Don't get me started about Friday. You think they call us Boot Kids Capital for a reason?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out.
Now, you gonna find out why they call us Boot Kids Capital, because we having camp on Friday.
Oh shit!
And after camp, don't get me started. We're gonna go on 6th Street. 6th Street be popping, and guess what camp at though? Camp right there on 6th Street.
Good night.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
So what's going on Saturday? I've been hearing about Saturday.
You gonna learn how to get down, shoot guns in Texas, the Texas way, man.
Shooting guns.
Automatic guns out.
Oh my god.
The resort day. You know why? Because the rules are at the Kalahari Resort. So we having, man, we having a black and white party. We having at a down south Cajun Eats, man. It's gonna be a live band there. It's gonna be packed. UPK gonna do what UPK do, man.
Man, you ain't right for that. A black and white party.
A black and white party, man.
So I know that what's after Saturday? Isn't it Sunday? What's going down Sunday?
You know how I get down? It's the cookout. We finna doing the cookout, man. We got a couple tournaments going on. We got the basketball tournament.
Wait, what?
Hey, hold up. It ain't outdoors. We rented out the gym. It's a real basketball tournament, man. We got the a kickball tournament. Y'all want to get active in that? Then we got the spades, dominoes, and chess tournament. And I say tournament, so you know what that means. That means there's money on the line. And of course, we're gonna do what we always do. The food gonna be amazing. The food gonna be out of this world. The food gonna be in the 4th dimension.
The fourth
You
dimension.
might turn to the side and might be an angel eating the food. That's how good the food gonna be out.
Good night.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffee. Yeah. If you play up that Glock like back the fuck up off it, nigga. You heard it and I can see it in his face. Time to bring that bait, my shit raw. I'ma bust their head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, hold a run, going undefeated just like O.J.
At the Hey, Shalom, Israel. If you never heard by now, you know I go to down south cookout that's happening in Austin, Texas, and the rooms are at the Kalahari Resort. Wait, hold up, don't get discouraged. It ain't expensive, I promise you it's not. And Manning Jr. Hunter had done it again. Instead of these rooms being about $500 a night to go to the resort and the arcade and everything, you won't believe what I said. You get all this, man, arcade, bowling alley, indoor water park, outdoor water park. You get all this for $160 a night, man. 4 passes for your children. When them bad little children gotta do something to keep you occupied, keep them occupied while you go. And you know what? Get some liquor up in that body. You don't want no liquor, you know, go get a winery, go get a steak, get you some pizza. Damn, there's a Starbucks in the resort. And I just know one thing, man. The Kalahari better hide their liquor. And if you want to work out, by all means work out. For me,
Open my hands and face of each one order, yeah, complete. Ain't gonna lie, you is the seats. Pussy little bitch, I am a priest. I'm covering in my tan up in the state.
Stop strategizing.
People together that help foster community spirit and things like that. So maybe in kind of like a list to keep it short, you know, what are some of those integrated forces now that's going on?
Okay, all right.
Talk about that and keeping it, you know, to this community and the work that you're doing.
Okay, well, the work that I'm doing in this community, all right, like I said, we specifically for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the things that have torn us apart, we focus on us as a people and bringing us together. Okay, we have food programs that we do in this community. Okay, for the poverty, where we food, clothes. Okay, we have a prison program where we're focused on the incarcerated and making sure that they live better lives when they come home.
Forever endures forever. You know, all they that keep it, or what? All they that keep it shall come to light. And who is the they? The they is not talking about all nationalities on the face of the earth. Why? Because God didn't give all nations the Bible. God didn't give the so-called white man the Bible. God didn't give the East Indians the Bible.
That's right.
Or the Asians, or the Arabs.
That's right.
A lot of you think that we are Africans. We are not Africans. Africans had their hand and us going into slavery. The thing that's talking about is the 12 tribes of Israel. If you see your name, you understand, on this 12 tribe chart, if you are so-called Negro, West Indian, Haitian, all the way down to the Mexicans, this Bible pertains to you, man. And you should take heed of it. Read on. All they that keep it shall come to life. Shall come to what? Come to life. Come to death. Life, death, life. You should come to life, man. You understand? Just because you're living does not mean that you're living. You understand? Come to life meaning what? Following these laws, statutes, commandments. That's the real life. That's the life that the worldstar God wants you to live as his chosen people. Any more of that? But such as leaving, or such as what? Such as leaving. When you turn the Most High God, you understand, and you join into the pressure, and you follow Halloween, you understand, you follow what? Freddy Krueger and Jason and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All of that's fake, all of that's make-believe. But I tell you who's the real monster is. The monster is the damn white man.
That's right.
The real monster, you understand, it's not Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger, it's the oppressor.
That's
the
right.
one who's gunning down Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians in the ghetto slums and the reservations.
We're going to get the covenant. That's what we got, man. And we messed up because we messed around and squandered it. We messed around and didn't follow it. But now it's time for us to get back. There's nothing left for us, black man. Turn back to the Most High. Turn back to the God of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What? These other nations, they done. They not going to be the top nation anymore. The Black, Hispanic, and Native American man is going to become the top nation. What? We're going to become the rulers of this earth. Give me that in Revelations, man. Give me that in Revelations, a new heaven and a new earth. Revelations 20. Help me out. Revelations 20, I believe. Give me that. Yeah, we the real Jews. We are the real Jews, young brother. You said it right. You the future, young brother. Young prophet right there. He just told the truth. That's right. You understand? In this world, they can't stand to see Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They can't stand to see us come together, man. They can't stand to see us in power. What? Because when we in power, this kingdom gonna fall. This kingdom gonna fall. Azazah, get the money out this bucket, man. See if you can give it to them young brothers, man. This kingdom belongs to us, man. There's nothing left for this world. There's nothing left for this world. Tell them buy them something to eat, man. Get themselves something to eat or something. Yeah.
That's what the oppressor do, man. They fight against the right and left wing. They storm the Capitol building over disputes. They unalive each other and drop bombs on each other because they can't come to agreement with each other. Black man, you better than that. You better than that. You better than that brother who just goes and unalives his brother because of a color or because of a dispute in a bar. How many brothers is gonna get unalived tonight, man? Or how many brothers is going to listen to these words and realize that there is an actual enemy that is against all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man? And that is the oppressor. You understand? The devil, man. Give me Colossians 2:8, man. Give me Colossians 2:8. We can unpack this thing all day. I know y'all look at us like, man, them Israelites crazy. I had one brother over there tell me that we was burnt out, Thabawan. He said we was burnt out. I said, brother, you smoke weed? You celebrate Christmas? He said, yeah. I said, you burnt out. You burnt out. We alive out here. Look at what we doing. Look at these brothers back here, man. Each one of these brothers came from a world that we live in today, man. Came from selling drugs. Came from using drugs. Came from being bad, man, in the world. But now look at these brothers. They standing out here in the blazing sun. We had our rock in the middle of the street earlier with a cover on, directing the traffic for you. What thanks to he get? You gonna leave here? You not gonna listen to the words that's being said? You gonna go and hate your brother, man? You gonna go and love your oppressor, or you gonna change your words, man? Change your ways and come back to the law, statute, commandments of the Bible. Read what you got.
Prayer. So here again, once again, we'll say up here. Yabaraka Yahawah.
Yabaraka Yahawah.
YASHUA.
YASHUA.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
YAHUAH.
YAHUAH.
I.U.I.C.
I.U.I.C.
YAHANNA.
YASHUA.
Yahawah.
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 I.U.I.C.
YASHUA.
Shalom.
Yahawah.
Yahawah. Barak. Magun.
Bashim Yahushua. The water on them.
All
right, and niggas, what we just said was, Yahawah bless thee and keep thee. Yahawah make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahawah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahawah, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, and protect Sister YAHUAH. All right? That's all that meant a lot to me, honestly. A lot. Come on, mind, I'm like nobody. For this brother to see his spirit early on like that, I knew he was gonna be a strong brother coming into the U.P.K, man. The brother's been diligent. You know what I'm saying? We needed to go to LA for the camp. Call the brother driving to LA. You understand? He come pick me up from the airport. He going, moving around. He with me. He getting the GPS all that. What else we doing? He will catch. God. All right, so Blocky, I'm moving a little. Who has the anointing prayers?
I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he make man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
We don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
.com is the website. Heavy hitters in the building with me. General Muhammad in the building. General Micah Allah in the building tonight. General Haas will be off tonight. He'll be back next week. Also, of course, the powerful Black Watch team, Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad Hayah, Officer Mathumya, and we got the car in the building with us with the whole squad. You understand? The car. What's your daughter's name? The new babies. He brought I.O.C.K with her. She broke the internet. She got up there and broke all the mighty men down. Broke them. Hearts fell when they saw her. You know what I mean? And you too. That's right. Beautiful children, beautiful family in the building. Give it up. His wonderful wife. They hold it down up in this truth. Go ahead, Marah.
We also got Captain I.S.U.P.K in the building too.
Big shout out to Captain I.S.U.P.K up in the building with us. Y'all know y'all wasn't gonna get away with them old nasty comments about Puerto Rico. I.S.U.P.K already here. You ready for it? You coming for that neck? All right. Osh, just I guess y'all want to do Osh first, or you want to just go ahead with these first?
I'll probably let it build.
All right, so let's get it in. So Osh, hang on 1 second, all right? We're gonna walk one or two stories through.
Come on, sir.
Back up on the game. But y'all got to hear about this story right here. This story right here. When I heard this story, big shout out to Captain YAHUAH. He the first one turned me on to this story out there in Chicago. Captain YAHUAH turned me on to this story. It blew me away in that this story is one of the evilest things that's ever been erected in the United States. If you ever believed before that abortion was some kind of health care or something like that, you are a damn dumb fool. And if you believe before now that abortion was some type of fair right, you're a monster. If you haven't checked out these statistics, you die. Give me them numbers, please. Break that story down.
Colonel Wakan, sir. 20 million black babies have been aborted since Roe v. Wade.
Since Roe v. Wade. Since the day that they passed that law. What year was that law that they passed? 69. Roe v. Wade, 1969. 20 million black babies was wiped out. 20 million. We got less than 14 million right now. If you took all the black people in America, according to ESTAR statistics, there's 14 million black people. We killed more black people since Roe versus Wade in the abortion clinic than there are black people alive in America today. Tell me that's not an insane number. If that ain't genocide, I don't know what is. And they pushing for more.
So it's 1973. So
73.
Even worse.
1973 to 2024. 73 is 27 years plus 24 years. Break it down. That's 40, 51 I'm at. That sound right? I think I got 51. 27 and 24. 7 and 4 is 11. 2 and 2 is 4. 50, I got 51. I could be off by 1 or 2. 51. 51 years. They killed 20 million people. Y'all worrying about that 40,000 they killed over there in Gaza. And I feel your pain, you know. Free Gaza and all that, yeah. And it's such a tragedy in the halls of Congress. 20 million black people. How many people that Hitler killed?
6 million.
6 million. Hitler got 6 million on the record, which some say is inflated. I'm not even going to argue if it's inflated. I'm going to give him the 6. The 6 is 3 times less than the amount of black babies that got killed in the abortion clinics under legal law. You worse than the Nazis. The empire has been worse than the Nazis when it comes to us in this situation. You die. Give me more, please. If you're a black woman and you thinking about killing a baby, you're a fool. You're a fool and you're part of the tool of genocide. And when are we as a people going to realize that these people are controlling how we operate? These people are carrying and controlling how we operate. Treating us like cattle. Back and forth, man. Y'all jump in anytime. Go ahead, Op.
Colonel Wakan, sir. It says the National Right to Life Center estimates that by the end of 2021, 63.5 million abortions have been performed in the United States since the Supreme Court's 1973 Roe v. Wade decision.
Okay, they said I got it wrong. They said we are 13.6% of the population. But it don't mean we 13 million. How much is that? 13.6%. Somebody get that number. Can we find out what is the number of black people in America today? I bet you we done kill half of us. Big shout out to Officer YAHUAH. Officer YAHUAH said, what? Glory, I'm not sure what you're saying. Glory Allred, the new Margaret Sanger. She's there.
Glory Allred. Yeah, she's the lawyer for all the women for abortion.
Oh, Glory Allred. That's her name. That old one that protects them women. I see the picture of her right there, I think. For the abortion and for them to have the rights. Okay, Asha Parham said 47.9 million. So we killed half the population. Half the black population got killed off in 51 years. This place is full of monsters out. And how they talk about it like it's so right.
Like
Kai Bob said 47.9 million. What'd you say, man? Come on.
Like they talk about it like they treating the flu.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just some simple, like a cold you want to get rid of. It's ridiculous, man. And then what they got to do to get rid of it, nobody thinks about or talks about. Like they even late term abortion, they inject this baby with heart attack medicine and give it a heart attack, and then a lot of times chop it up if it's small enough. I mean, it's just brutal. I mean, what goes on in that womb?
Frankenstein.
Yeah, and they talk about it, just smiles like ghoulies, man. You know what I mean?
Right. We'll show you our lives, who we are as a people. And you know what? Once again, y'all hear me lately talking a lot about abuse, right? Because our people in America are the life we live is exactly the life of an abusive relationship. If you check out, if you go study what happens in an abusive relationship and you put us as the woman or the victim, because sometimes it's a woman abusing a man, put us as the victim and put the white man as the perpetrator, I guarantee you're going to match it down the line. It's going to be the exact same thing. It'll be no different. It'll be no different. Like the more nobody tries to love the white man more than us. Right or wrong. Nobody tries to join him. Nobody tries to be down with him. Nobody tries. Everything about us is trying to be cohesive with the white man. And we are the ones that's abused by him the most. We are prostituted out to the other nations. Our babies are murdered in the abortion clinic. The anger, just like an abusive relationship. What the psychologists say is that the anger of the abuser is inside themselves, even though they carry it out to their other partner. The white man is exactly the same. He hates us, killing us in the streets, with some of these stories you're going to see tonight, and he ain't got no reason to hate us. We've been the most loyal, committed people to him, yet he hates us the most. Now, he told Israel to have restraint on Iran, and they did. When Israel said they was going to retaliate on Iran, they was going to bomb their nuclear sites, the oil, the whole nine. America said, don't do that. It might escalate. And they held back. The war is pretty much over for now. We can go back to regular scheduled programming now because the Israelis did not hit them back in full power. But when it comes to us, even the foot cop on the street is so angry. The teacher in the school is so angry. The white person whose neighborhood you live in is so angry that they got to come out and come on your property and tell you what you should be doing on your property. Then he got to shoot you getting out the damn car. He got to do, like, they full of fury against us. And here's what we don't understand. We don't listen to our own advice. Psychologists tell you all the time, when you're in an abusive relationship, the first thing they want you to do is do what? Get out of the relationships. That's what domestic violence shelters are for. Domestic violence shelter is for you to leave out the relationship and go straight to the shelter so you could be safe and secure. And guess what? We have not left the relationship yet. We still in the relationship getting our ass beat. Instead of getting out the relationship and getting away from our abuser, which is this beast that's been ruling over us. 20 million black people. Y'all jump in anytime y'all get ready.
If I could say one thing,
Please.
sir. YAHUWAH, YAHUSHA. And if I could. Okay, this is something, sir, you taught me a long time ago when you were teaching me how to teach back in D.C., that you can't fight for a thing. You have to fight for people. That's good for the Hebrew Academy to understand too. And I'll tell you why. Because when you fight for a thing, your enemy can always use that thing against you, especially when you get it. Black people fought for welfare. Remember that? Back in the 70s. They wanted welfare, food stamps.
Yep.
We marched, we voted, we got welfare, and they kicked every black man out of the home so you could get welfare.
Damn.
Black people, what else did we fight for? Let me think of something else.
Civil rights.
So we fought for civil rights. We want civil rights. They gave us civil rights, destroyed the black community. We fought for integration. They gave us integration. They destroyed black businesses.
And
schools. Now, women, if you are a woman and you are fighting for abortion, you are going to regret this. Because if you get the right to have abortions, if it's confirmed in the Congress, guess who is going to suffer most? Women. Do you know what's going to happen, sir? If women can just choose to have an abortion at will, you know which baby they're going to abort when they find out the sex? The girls.
Oh, the girls. Damn.
Because
You're
every
right,
woman
like the Japanese did.
Sir, if you could, go ahead, get it out.
No, go ahead.
I mean, damn, you're telling the truth. In that Japan had a law where you could only have one baby.
That's right.
Because they didn't have the resources to take care of their babies. Come to find out, women went into the abortion clinic, found out the sex of the baby. When it was a girl, they killed every girl.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen in America. It got so bad, Japan had to cancel the law because they didn't know that this right would adversely affect women.
Right.
If women have abortions, you know they can know the sex of the baby now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think your woman wants to have, a boy or a girl? Your woman wants a boy, and the father wants a boy. They're going to kill every female baby, and they're going to have the boys. Guess what else? If abortion is rampant, you're not getting schools. You're not getting neighborhoods because you should have had an abortion. They're going to take money away from school programs, from lunch programs, from prenatal care. It's going to go away. The WIC programs, the food programs, they're going to take that from you and they're going to put that money into your right to have an abortion.
Wow.
If you get more abortions, it's going to hurt you. The General YAHANNA just said, we had about how many millions did you say?
20 million.
Since when? 73?
73.
What has life been like in the Black and Hispanic community since 1973? Jesus Christ. There's been a wholesale on abortions.
Yep.
Our schools are terrible. Our social structure is terrible. Our neighborhoods are terrible. And no one wants to put money into that. But everyone has had the liberty to have an abortion since 1973. That's why. That's the reason. The government is not going to give you neighborhoods and schools and money and at the same time give you abortions. They're going to give you abortions and take away your rights and your freedoms to have a good life if you don't get aborted. You're going to regret this, women. You're stupid. You are naive. You're naive to ask for abortions. It's going to hurt women most of all. Salaki, sir.
Damn right. Damn right. You good?
Yes, sir.
Like that's crazy. That's a crazy place for us to be, where we killing our babies. And then here's the double whammy. The double whammy is they selling the body parts. That already has come out. They're selling the body parts of our babies that we kill in the abortion clinic. Man, you better feed that baby oatmeal.
That's it.
I'm gonna tell you, I tell my story all the time. I grew up in the poverty like I can't even explain for me anyway. And brother, many nights, brother, Kellogg's cornflakes was our dinner. We couldn't even afford the better cereal. We had to get, the cornflakes was was the base.
Yeah.
You didn't get no fruity nothing in there. It was just cornflakes, and then you had to get a little sugar. You had to get the 5-pound bag of sugar because the cornflakes was so plain. If you didn't get a little sugar for the kids, you understand? Yeah. And I had many Captain Kellogg's cornflakes dinners, brother. And sometimes you had to stretch the milk out. Y'all know about that. You got to stretch the milk out, put a little water in the milk because there ain't enough milk to stretch out for everybody for dinner. That's how we live. And my mother and father still raised 4 children. We ain't got no damn excuse. Eat cornflakes, goddammit, but let them babies live. Let them babies live, and you're going to need them in the near future. You're going to need them in this empire in the near future. In 2 seconds, you're going to regret not having the men that you need to protect yourself. When the lights go out, the internet go out, when the empires start going to war with each other, you're going to regret not having these young men focused in on you and taking care of their families and taking care of you. You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it like I can't explain. Meanwhile, the corporations will be making money off of your baby's body parts. They'll be selling them. Go ahead, General.
And pushing it on us. We done been duped. You black women have been duped in America by the slave master, man. They make you think it's to your credit and to your the best thing for your health. Like it's a health decision,
right?
To abort your babies. When they getting rich, man, you know what I'm saying? We get all that from Esau. He pushes that on us, and we learn that. Michael Jackson put it up. Michael Jackson, yeah, he got that song. If you can't feed your baby, then don't have a baby. And don't think maybe if you can't feed your baby. You know what I mean? And millions of people love Michael Jackson. We learned that, and he was trying to be an Edomite, a white man. You understand?
He chopped the whole face up.
Right. So they just passed them messages we get from our slave master to make us think, well, you got a career. You should think about this. You should think about that. Why would white people care so much for your health? Why would they? It don't make sense that they care so much for your health. They get rich off of you killing your babies, man. Selling the body parts. Ain't got to give you as much welfare. You know what I'm saying? They can think about you less if you destroy your population. And once again, everything's about money with him. He getting rich off of your abortions.
You're right. He ain't never. No, you're right. Give it up. You ain't never gonna. They ain't gonna never stop them abortions when he getting paid off them. Ain't no way he's stopping them. Big shout out to YAHUSHUA. YAHUSHUA, I'm with you too. We used to work some orange juice in, or sometimes we would work in that powdered milk, that carnation powdered milk.
My goodness.
God. Okay.
I remember my household was the Cheerios. Same thing. You needed that sugar to get it right.
A little sugar to bring it up a little bit. So them babies wouldn't reject it and go in and try to eat it.
And I think, I was born in 72, and I know my mother was 14. I even know, my mother was 14 when she had me. Catholic family, boy, they was on her about an abortion. I ain't supposed to be here, General. He made it through. She fought through in the mercy of the Lord, and she went on to have me and a couple of others, what I'm saying? So, this ain't nothing new. They've been pushing this on us.
Can I say something, Mayak, about Mayak and Commander Junior YAHANNA just said? Can you imagine both of your mothers, right? While you're struggling to feed yourselves and eating Cheerios, women are celebrating right to have abortions, and they have no food. You get that? Like that's and women never think maybe the reason the government doesn't give me food is because they gave me abortions. The government just looks at you and says, I'm not feeding you. I gave you abortions. You shouldn't have had that kid. The government doesn't have any mercy on a woman that foolishly has a child because they've given you wholesale rights to have abortions up to 8 months. And now you're sitting there starving thinking, am I supposed to celebrate because I could have an abortion? I have a hungry baby. I need that. I need to feed my kid. I don't need more abortions. I need to feed the baby that's alive. I need to fight for the baby, not to fight for some law. I need the baby that's in the house. But the government says what? I'm not giving you any money for that baby. If you move a man in there, I'm kicking him out. Go to D.C. and celebrate your right for an abortion. I think you're stupid if you're a woman and you want the right to have an abortion. I think it's an unwise choice, sir.
Listen, if I could, just to add to what you're saying, I second the dumb-dumbness.
Jeez.
I second the dumb-dumbness for this reason. I mean, it's obvious what you was made for. All you got to do is look at yourself in the mirror when you get out the shower. Everything in that mirror says, have babies.
Shalom.
Every single thing that you see in that mirror says, have babies, dummy. But you cut all that off to pass a law to kill your babies. And God is smarter than you, dummy. The Lord knows he was smart enough to give you the ability to have those babies, to bring life into the world. And you reject that because you want just your life to be great. And let me tell you something else too. You mamas and grandmamas, you rotten ass grandmamas and mamas in these churches, a lot of you done put pressure on these young girls to abort their babies when they didn't want to. A lot of you did that. You was evil as hell. You found out she was pregnant, and you being an old, evil, rotten ass Christian didn't want to be embarrassed. You understand, when you went to church on Sunday, listening to some devil tell you having a baby out of wedlock, when that's a lie. That's a fantasy. That's why God said in them scriptures that sex is marriage. And we need it to be that way, because how a white man gonna tell you ain't got a piece of paper from me, so your baby is born out of wedlock? Are you crazy? Yeah. The devil gonna tell you your baby is a bastard? The devil himself? Please, your baby is not out of wedlock. And you rotten ass mamas and grandmamas who telling them girls to do that, you better stop that. And look, go to the Sexy Red concert. She sells out because you done taught them girls to kill them babies. You rotten as you could be. Thank God he bringing Hollywood down. Yeah, I can't wait. They need to take P. Diddy in the back room, beat his ass, and make him tell all. Y'all beating up every other nigga that go into jail. You shooting him on the street. Take P. Diddy ass up in that back. Put the whooping of Sonny Carson on his ass and make him give up all the tapes on all these evil motherfuckers, excuse my French, up there in Hollywood, and make every last one of them give up all the dirt so we can clean up Black America, man. You understand? And one last thing. And just so you know, they doing this in Hollywood. Let me tell you why. Let me hit y'all with something. You want to understand and know why Hollywood is coming down hard on P. Diddy and all of them. A lot of people jumping around saying it was that Ciroc liquor and all that, and that's probably partly true. Here's the real reason they doing it. Hollywood is moving towards digital characters. Y'all seen that Tupac got new songs out. Tupac be in the concerts with the other. Tupac been dead 20-something years. But he in the concert singing new songs you never even heard of. They done digitized his voice, and they write new songs, and the computer just runs the song out with the music, and it sounds just like Tupac. So here's what they getting ready to do. They're getting ready to digitize all these characters. They're going to be able to digitize everybody's stuff, and then they're going to be able to get rid of the artists. It's less, they don't got to pay them no money or very little money. They don't have to worry about them not showing up for concerts, getting sick, becoming drug addicts. For the females, they don't have to worry about them getting pregnant. It's just more money for the thieves. They already did it with the albums on Spotify and them. Them albums now, the artist is getting next to nothing, right or wrong. They getting almost nothing for that music, while Spotify and the record companies is getting rich off of the music because now they own the intellectual property and the digital property, and they're going to do the same with your image. After a while, Snoop Dogg will be a digital image. And that's all. They getting ready. They done with you. You hoard yourself out. You sold black people music to kill each other. You did every evil act in Hollywood. You destroyed everybody's daughter with P. Diddy and everybody's son in that case as well. You did all the evil. You got everybody incarcerated and destroyed. They finished with you now, like any $2 hole. And they throwing you out to the trash and moving on. When we gonna wake the hell up out of this nightmare and begin to fix Black America, man? Go ahead,
if I could, so I YAHUSHA. which I just wanted to back you up on both points you just made just now, if I could. The first point is about evil grandmamas and moms who tell their daughters to have an abortion. You know, sir, when a mother tells her daughter to have an abortion, pressures her granddaughter to have an abortion, the grandmother says she's doing it because she wants her daughter to have a good life, to have a career. Let me tell you the real reason your mother pressures you to have an abortion. Your mother regrets having you. That's the real reason. That's the obvious reason. Any grandmother that's saying, you can't have that baby, don't have that baby, don't ever have that baby. She's saying that because she did not have an abortion and she regrets it. Now you remember that. When she's telling you, what about your job? What about school? Don't do that. Go have an abortion. She'll drag you down to the abortion clinic. She'll pressure you. The whole time you're thinking, my grandmom just wants me to have a future. Your grandmother regrets ever having you. She regrets it. She looks back on her life and says, if I didn't have this baby, I would have been Lena Horne.
Yes.
You don't know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
I would have been Madeleine Albright or Condoleezza Rice.
Or some other nasty hoe on TV.
She thinks, your grandma thinks the thing that stopped her from having a good life is you.
That's right.
And she regrets having you. That's the real reason she wants you to have an abortion. If I could back you up on another point, sir. Last one. This is the stupidest thing in the goddamn world here. Oh my God, it just left me. What was the last point you made about?
One was the abortion.
One was the abortion, and the other one,
the record label, the record company.
The record company. You just said something that I keep hearing, and it's so evil for blacks and Hispanics to say. If you are saying that the reason that Puff Daddy is getting arrested and going to jail is because he owns Ciroc, it's because Bill Cosby was about to buy NBC. You are saying that you wish that black people were able to do the same sin as white people and not be punished like white people. God damn. Okay, do you want us to molest children because white people molest children?
Right.
Like, do you want us to have the right to rape women because white people rape women? The only reason they arrested him is because he bought Ciroc. So what are you saying? Are you saying that white men don't go to jail for rape, so we should also rape? This is one of the most mind-blowing things to me, sir, that I hear black people say, like, okay, in essence, they think, God, okay, I'm trying to get it, sir.
Okay, now look,
come on.
Okay, come on. Unfortunately, you are a lot smarter than the average Negro in America. You seeing the bigger depth of the possibility that we want to allow Puff Daddy to rape and child molest children. So we make the excuse that it's this liquor company that's stopping him from, be molesting and raping.
Right.
But it's not that deep.
Okay.
Let me help you out.
Please.
It's simple. We have been poor so long that we worship the rich. And if you take the rich to jail, damn right. You take the rich to jail, black people are going to hate you because we don't care what evil the rich does. As long as they're rich, we don't care. We don't care that Puff Daddy's molesting babies. They've been doing it years. 20 years in Hollywood. He ain't never been arrested for it. The man got a tunnel to Hugh Hefner's mansion, to the Hugh Hefner Playboy mansion under his house. But it's Ciroc. It ain't this tunnel going through here and all this molestation is Ciroc. It ain't the tapes the FBI got. It's Ciroc. Because same with Bill Cosby. Oh, he was going to buy NBC. Bill Cosby was a serial rapist, okay? And used I mean, damn near admitted it on Larry King Live. He damn near said on Larry King Live, you get the thing and you put it
Spanish
in
fly.
Yes. And then, like he was in a lust fest over and said it on Larry King Live. Not only got to be one of the biggest late night talk shows, he said the thing out. Puff Daddy said it all the time.
All the time.
All the time what he was doing. It had nothing to do with that. The Lord allowed the devil. The devil might have decided because he was going after NBC. But the Lord did it. Why? Because the Lord wanted to stop him from the evil that he was doing. Puff Daddy, who cares what the trigger was? What was he doing? He was, I mean, this man destroyed lives. Let me tell you something, I've been to concerts with rappers and been around celebrities and all that y'all know. And brother, young girls, and in some cases, young boys, young girls lose all of their faculties when they're around these young artists. I mean, I've seen and heard stories of artists running through 10, 15, 20 women a night, sometimes in the bathroom stall, anywhere. And these be young girls, and many of these young girls be virgins as well. Yeah. Never been with a man before. And then, because of the excitement of this celebrity, go have sex with him and then go home, regret it, never see him again, feel entitled because she's been with a celebrity. Now she's too big for the average brother on the street. And now she's a whore because only one she wants to get with is somebody with some money. And then here comes the lowliest low life of all, your neighborhood drug dealer. She's trying to get with him now. She's trying to keep the status she had when she had sex with this celebrity. She run through 10 years of that. When she's finished, then she comes and marries you. And then guess what? She treats you like garbage because she hates you, because she believes she's got to settle for you because some celebrity had the most disgusting sex with her, you understand, in the back of a tour bus. And she feels that she's on a greater level than that. Like Puff Daddy and them destroyed thousands of girls. You see them parties, them boat parties and them parties they had, thousands of girls. And not just him, but the atmosphere he created, you know, expanded the abuse, which already was in Hollywood. He ain't the originator of it. That's why they locked up Weinstein. That's where the word casting couch came from. It was like, this is what Hollywood does. This place abuses human beings. And of course, because we got no leadership as black people, y'all won't give me the seat. I'm praying you give me the seat. I'm praying the Lord make you give me the seat. Right. Not because I want to be nobody special or nothing, but because I would clean up black America. I'll show you how to do it. And you wouldn't like it, but it'll get done. That's for damn sure. But my point being this, that's all we care about. Puff Daddy, if you rich, R. Kelly, they was arguing for R. Kelly. This is a sick, molested church boy that was just sick. But because he make that music and that money, it don't matter to us. And once again, our lack of morals is going to cost us our lives as a people. As a people, we're going to die because we refuse to adopt morals. And that's what Moses was trying to tell us in that wilderness. He was trying to give us the rule. He was trying to give us the moral. We rejected him, man. And I was just going through the story real quick, the story, the same thing with David. David had morals. David cared about the people. And he went down there to help them people. And the minute he got down there, they turned on David. They wanted to kill David. That's what we don't read that part of that scripture that often. They was trying to kill David because of what happened to them. And that's how you know, old bitch ass nigga. The minute trouble comes, he the first one gonna turn on you and blame you for the trouble that come from the white man. Don't be no bitch nigga. When heat and trouble come, don't turn on your own brothers, man. You understand? They came to help. Now you mad that the white man done came down or whoever done came down. Now you mad. So now you gonna turn on them very same brothers. Man the hell up, man. Be a goddamn man. Take up some principles and some morals. And trust in the Most High, your bitch ass. Fake ass.
Let me brief my because what Commander General Yohanna just said, that's the truth. Because that's straight out the Bible. It's the worship of the rich. Because when I see it on TV and on my phone, I go, and the argument is almost blatant. They say, well, what about all these white men that rape children? They rape children. Puff Daddies should be allowed to rape children. And I watch it and I go, what? My mind starts to go crazy. It's the worship of the rich. That's straight out the Bible. The water.
And it's very immoral. Like the general said, we've been taught and reduced to immorality. We've been taught to be immoral. We think because, like both the generals are bringing out, like how you going, they do all that nasty, evil stuff. How you going to not punish them, but you're going to punish him for all the nasty, evil stuff. But we done been trained and we forget that it's still nasty, evil stuff. It's still nasty and evil. And the Lord put that in the Bible. If I could read real quick. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Dang.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Dang.
That is why Puff Daddy gets in trouble, but Hollywood still gets away with it. That is why we get punished. It's because the Lord is trying to keep us right. You understand? General Yohanna brought it out last week. We support LGBTQ communities for the heathens around about us. But we don't support it for ourselves because it's against our culture, our laws. And that's why God is us for what we do, because we doing what white people do, even though they get away with the slaughter.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's it.
Come on with it.
That's it. That's all.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
All right. We're going with Ash. Ash, you there?
Shalom, Akim. Shalom, other one. Thumb.
What's going on, mighty man? This is in mine, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, mighty man. How you feeling, man?
Tawab, you know, this show today. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ash. I'm gonna let your dad read the story in a minute, but I'm gonna let you get in. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. So, yesterday I seen the video footage of, and I sent you the video footage. Jan Muhammad hit me up today about it, and I got a video coming out later on. It's in Spanish, but I'm gonna also do that in English. But this devil had to go and the audacity, because he's a comedian, and I'm talking about, what's his name, Tony Hinchcliffe, right? To go up in the Trump convention and then wanted to tell jokes by saying, I've heard of an island in the middle of an ocean that's full of garbage. And I think it's called
hey, Oz, let me stop you. Let me play the video. Can I play the video? And then we go, can you see it? Oh, there you go. If you could, let me play the video for him, and I'm going to let you back in. I like that backdrop. That was rough back there. Wait, he took it off the screen for a second. Let's play the video, man, of this low life. Once again, the 12 tribes of Israel, if you don't wake up, you're just going to be more and more and more abused. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be more and more abused if you do not turn around, wake up, and recognize that you got to help you. Let's play this low-life piece of dog meat. And then to do it in a Trump rally, where everybody know Trump been he ran on the platform of Latinos being rapists and drug dealers and all of these things. He ran on that platform. And then this cat gonna take a full swipe at the entire tribe of Ephraim. Play this low-life pig.
Absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national language.
Stop right there. They didn't like that either. They kind of gave him some kickback, but it was still bold and evil to do that evil madness, man. Go ahead, Osh. I'll come back.
Go ahead, so you see, right, and I have to say this like this in the beginning, right? For those Boricuas that want to side and vote for Trump, like I don't know if you ever heard these artists called Anuel AA and Nicky Jam, and I believe Daddy Yankee, they backing Donald Trump, okay? Not just them celebrities, but you got a lot of ones on the island who support Donald Trump. A lot of them will come over here because we can't vote on the island because of the rules and regulations that America imposes on us. So some of us will come over here just to vote for Trump. And I hope that they see this, right? And understand that Trump ain't for Puerto Rico. Neither is Kamala Harris. But in this case, we're talking about Donald Trump. Trump ain't for Puerto Rico. We tend to forget what happened in 2017. And what happened in 2017 was that this MF, Donald Trump, right, withheld $20 billion in aid for Puerto Ricans that needed that help desperately. Yeah. And he purposely held back that money, right? And on top of that, he said the same thing that this fool said. Well, this Puerto Rico is just a dump. It's a garbage dump. He wanted to sell the island of Puerto Rico in exchange for, I think it's Greenland, That's what he wanted to do. And yet it's still like we so we so caught up in this nonsense of political, pulling back and forth, because even on the island right now, every time there's a presidential election coming up on the island, they have it in debates because they're trying to vote in the new governor. Okay. And it's crazy because a lot of people in America don't understand the history that goes back after the Spanish-American War, when America conquered and invaded Puerto Rico. A lot of brothers should go read about the Ponce Massacre and the Cry of Lares and the stuff that happened to us, because, Puerto Ricans, we were already tired of the Spaniards, and the Spaniards were kind of, and I'm not trying to defend them, but they were trying to give us, some type of independency. And our money started growing. Puerto Rican money started growing more than the United States government. But of course, government is so greedy. This American government, they demonetized and made sure that our money fell 40%, where we had to beg the white man, the Americans, to help us out. And all they did was, take advantage of us. For this fool right here to say that there's a floating island full of garbage. You don't understand. Puerto Rico is not a filthy place. Listen, we got a metro trains in Puerto Rico, in the metro area. You won't find a rat there. In New York City, you'll find tons of freaking rats. You won't find dirt on our platforms. It's spotless. But in New York City, I'm from New York City. I know them trains are stinking and full of piss and smell. Something terrible. Puerto Rico, you go to the islands, them beaches are clean. You know what I'm saying? You could see, because the waters are clean. How the hell this fool gonna say it's trash? You know what makes it trash, Commander General Yohanna?
What's that?
What makes it trash is, you probably heard about the Reuben brothers. No. The Reuben brothers are some Amalekites who bought acres on the west coast of Puerto Rico to make it an exclusive zone for people who got money like that. And meanwhile, my brethren can never enjoy the coastal beaches on the west coast of Puerto Rico where they got property, because they'll send security to kick us out. Right now, we got activists in Puerto Rico trying to stop these damn greedy devils from taking what we got left of Puerto Rico, because everything we got, they want to take it all over. In addition to that YouTube Logan Paul is another one in Dorado. Dorado is like the north center of the island.
Right.
Also, in that neighborhood, you can't go around there because these are for the gringos. Meanwhile, in Puerto Rico, we got a serious issue among us that can get fixed. Under Command General Yohanna, it definitely can get fixed. But General, if I may, can I?
I lost your sound out.
Salaki.
General, there you go. You back. Go ahead.
Can I go into a little bit of what Puerto Ricans from the island have done for this stupid empire that causes garbage? Let me go back, if I may, sir. So back in World War I, it was about 20,000 of Boricuas that went and fought for this empire. Where's the gratitude? Nowhere. Then in World War II, it was about 65,000 of us from the island that went and fought. Then after that, what came next? The Korean War, right? 61,000 of us went and fought for an empire that don't care about these soldiers who are, just so happen to be Puerto Rican, and give them very little benefits. After that, of course, we went to the Vietnam War, where 48,000 of us fought, for America. Then, of course, the Desert Storm and so on and so forth. We fought in those wars. And here's something that a lot of people don't know in America. We also fought in the Civil War in America.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. But what gratitude we get? Absolutely nothing. I want to speak like how I spoke in the videos right now, General, but I'm going to reserve that because, I don't want this to get flagged or anything like that. But that's the kind of people that we're dealing with. We got Esau billionaires. I'm going to name them. The Reuben brothers I named. Then we got a John Paulson, Larry Page, all of them Amalekites. As greedy as they are, taking over.
Buying up parts of Puerto Rico to make it an exclusive Jewish retreat so that their people can get the hell up out of the Middle East and come down there and not have to deal with none of the tribes.
Like once again, every one of these nations, including the Edomites, all they believe in is pillaging you and taking everything you have. And you keep buying the goddamn Kool-Aid. I remember when Puerto Rico was strong. Puerto Rico was so strong at one point, and they brought in this governor that did some stupidity, not stupidity because he was making corporations rich. He did some move where he made all these loans out. You probably familiar with it, Osh. He made all these loans out and put these loans all out and then defaulted on all the loans. And then the corporations took what they wanted and left. And I think it had to do with the phone services down there. And then the island was stuck with the debt, and they've been paying back that debt ever since. Was you trying to say something?
I was going to say something.
Please, go ahead, General.
Done,
no, I'll jump back in after.
And Osh, we in very spiritual times, man. I smiled when I heard him make the comment about Puerto Rico, because you know what it showed the world, you Christian Israelites and everybody just alike. It shows you that racist Donald Trump and all his racist supporters, who are the children of Esau, they happen to hate blacks, Haitians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, all the immigrants from Argentina who crossing the line. They so happen to hate the people who we've been teaching were the 12 tribes since 1969. You understand? We done got all the arguments. No, Hispanics are not Israelites. It's just blacks. The Haitians aren't Israelites. We don't even get along with them. This and that. The U.P.K. know what the hell we've been talking about since 1969. And Esau and Jacob been fighting since the book of Genesis. You understand? And that hatred for us, Osh, is biblical. It is beautiful. And it shows we getting close to the end because it's all coming out on the table, man. Slaki.
That's why we thank the Lord, man, for strong captains like you. That's up in the work of the Most High, man. Commit their life to these people. You like a jewel in the cap of any Puerto Rican, and he don't even know it. And let me tell you something else too, man. Damn them celebrities, man, that would sell their soul for a trinket. You understand? And sell out all Puerto Rico to them racist bastards. They went down there, man, after that disaster and was throwing out rolls of paper towels to the people of Puerto Rico. They really wanted to throw toilet paper rolls out. That's what they really wanted. But somebody must have told them, don't you dare throw them rolls of toilet paper. You're going to get in. It's going to be a riot out here. So he went and got paper towels and threw them paper towels out at the people of Puerto Rico. And them people suffered after that because he held that money back. He held that embargo back, and plenty of Puerto Ricans died over not being able to get their medicines or keep their medicines fresh or have electricity in their houses so that they can get the medical attention they needed. The island was hot enough as it is. People lost their air conditioning and all that. All this man and all the nations do is eat and pray on whoever they can. And this white man has been over us for 400 years, all of us, all the tribes, and have beat us into the ground to where all he got to do is step aside and all the other nations come and eat our bones up. Something that's happening all over America. Have anybody noticed how many pipe shops have opened up in America, man? You wondering how come all these smoke shops are blowing up all over the place in every neighborhood, 2, 3 in a small neighborhood. These pipe shops is blowing up all over the Afghan war. Those after that Afghan war, all these Afghans came over here and opened up pipe shops. And just coincidentally, as they open up the pipe shops, you got drug dealers hanging outside the pipe shops. Not related to the pipe shops, not really related to the pipe shops. And of course, nobody knows, but they're all over the damn place selling drugs now and having pipe shops in every neighborhood. This is because of what was done in there in the past. And brother, in that Afghanistan, and that's all that goes on in this place. And you're a fool if you don't turn to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and pray the Father free you from this empire like he freed the children of Israel from Egypt, because you sleep in this place, man. They are using and abusing and destroying the Lord's chosen people. And brother, I think after this election, I'm not sure how many of us will be left. By the time they get finished with all the madness they doing, it may be very few of us left. Kamala Harris came out and said if we invest in population control, we can have fresh air for everybody, going forward. Meaning, well, goddamn, you gonna kill us all, so everybody else have fresh air. That's another thing too. They know they don't have enough jobs for all the people once they go automated. They want to automate everything. I couldn't believe it. A 18-wheeler pulled up next to me. I'm in my car. A 18-wheeler pulled up next to me right now. You know I know about trucks. I look over at the trucks to look at the fuel tank, and I notice there's no fuel tank but a big square box. So I'm wondering, I said, that must be the new modern fuel tank. I look closer, and I see an electrical outlet coming out of it going into the engine. Come to find out, that 18-wheeler was electric. So they got trucks now that's fully electric that don't need. Now the next step is to make them autonomous. That's what that Elon Musk is working on out in Arizona. They want to make them autonomous where they can drive on the road without a driver, which means get rid of you. They want to bring the robots in. They had a funny commercial about him in the Chinese restaurant. You seen that commercial where he beating up the damn pot, the pans and pots? That's what they want to do next. Next, they want to get them in the fast food restaurant. Then it's the factories. That's what them dock workers was complaining about. The dock workers was complaining about them bringing in the machines and taking them, all those dock workers. They're going to wipe out the jobs in this kingdom. And when they wipe out the jobs, they know that you're going to riot if you don't have no jobs. So what they need to do, they need to kill off a bunch of you so that we can turn around now and just have a few of you to run the things we need, and we can go on and run our kingdom. They got their plans for themselves for the future. You was never in their plans. Just like, once again, in a domestic violence abuse situation, the abuser don't stop till he kill you. He just abuse you until he kill you. And that's exactly what's happening to us as a people in this country. They're just gonna abuse us until they kill us, which is why you should, every Black, Latino, and Native Indian, like General Mayak was mentioning earlier, you should thank God you're the 12 tribes of Israel. Right. Because without the Lord, nobody would come for you. Without the Lord, you would be destroyed. All them Arabs supposed to be unified. Ain't hardly none of them come from them for them people in Gaza. Hezbollah was fighting them from their side, but ain't nobody helped them Gazans. All them Arab countries and Allah and Jihad and Merciful and all that. Not that I care. I don't give a damn. They fight or don't fight. But ain't none of them came through and helped them Gazans. If not for the Lord, nobody would come for you either. You would continue to be destroyed. Go ahead, General.
Just a little piece, General.
Damn right.
I also heard that they was thinking that in the future they thinking about redoing the roads and putting coils underneath the roads just to keep all that electric stuff charged. You ain't even got to stop the charge up no more.
Damn.
You just driving on coils, charging while you're driving.
Wow.
To keep them robots and everything going. Sorry.
Oh, shalom. Y'all take care. All right, y'all. Congratulations again, y'all, on the new baby. You got most on the crack. So, okay. So he trying to hang out. Huh? So once again, like they gonna eliminate all of that. Now the question is, what are we gonna do for us? You gonna sit up there still waiting on another politician that's gonna give you another lie? And that's another thing, man. When we gonna wake up? Politicians lie, and they lie for rich corporations. That's who runs America. Politician is just, he like a supervisor to keep you working. That's his job. His job is to just keep you working and functioning, but you ain't getting any of the benefits of the corporation called United States of America. The richest country in the world, and you're living hand to mouth. I watched the sister today, if I could, real quick, yo. I watched the sister today, right? She pulled out of her driveway. She moving frantically. I see she moving, trying to get things done. And she parked her car like in the road. She was blocking me. So I just pulled back. I just sat. And I see her. She jumped out of her car and she ran over to her other car and she tried to start it. She couldn't start it. Popped the hood open. She ran back to the first car, jumped in the car, backed up, pulled into her driveway, went through all this, boosted the other car, started the car and all that, backed the other one out, jumped out and took off to go to work. And I looked at this sister, man, and I said, I know what y'all thinking. I didn't help her, but I would have helped her. But she was moving so fast that I wouldn't have time to help her. But y'all know I would have. But my point is this. She was running such a rat race to try to get to work, to get a paycheck just to barely make it. And this is all of our people in this place. And this is the richest empire in the world. I mean, when that COVID came and they needed to lay out that money to stop the world, the country from falling apart, they had plenty of cash. It wasn't even a problem. They had plenty to give, but they giving us the bottom of the barrel and telling us we got to work harder. We got to go to school more. We got this, we got that, we got this. Our forefathers lived and died and suffered and was preyed on and worked for free and was enslaved to make this country what it is. And every single dime of ours is going to some other nation around the world, including 30-something% of all of our paychecks, while these rich corporations live good. Damn all of this nonsense, man. Give us YAHUSHA and let him give us the kingdom of heaven, man. Turn back to our Father, man. I'm good on it. The water, y'all. All right. Ash, any last words, Hebrew?
Just if I may, sir, November 16th, Lord allow, we'll be having camp in that same city that I mentioned, Ponce, where they had the massacre.
Yeah.
We'll be having, if the Lord allow, weather permitted, we're going to be having camp that day. Captain Kapash is going to be with me. Captain Kwame is going to be with me, and other officers, including Magana Moth down there in Puerto Rico. So we're gonna be rocking it out that day, sir.
Most High in Christ, man. Y'all put it down, man, for the Most High in Christ. Y'all take care, man. All right, Warriors. The water for coming on, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Shalom. Y'all water for joining us. All right. Where we going, you die? Hit me with the next one.
Come, sir. Spike Lee asked black male voters to get their minds right, defends Obama.
Somebody need to take out a stop before they charge me. Go ahead. Let's read some more of the stories. Shame on you, Spike. You can buy a celebrity for 2 cents. 2 cents on the dollar. Go ahead, Al.
Come, sir. Spike Lee defended former President Barack Obama's comments on undecided black male voters in an interview. In an interview on MSNBC, celebrated filmmaker Spike Lee defended former President Barack Obama's comments on black male voters when it came to Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris. Ari Melber brought up male voters from different backgrounds who expressed skepticism about her being in the White House and breaking towards Trump when Lee interjected. It's sad but true. Some of my brothers have been drinking that Kool-Aid, and I just hope that they get their minds straight, get their minds right in time for this election, Lee said to Melber.
What a Spike. I'm heartbroken. How could you hold yourself out so easily? How could you hold yourself out so damn easily? It don't matter who get in the White House. Black people gonna be screwed. The only ones getting a little quarter out of this is you rich preachers and some of you black celebrities. Everybody else is getting screwed, and you know it, and everybody else knows it. Y'all getting a few dollars because you up there hobnobbing with the wealthy in the Democratic Party. But the rest of black America is sick of the Democratic Party. And they sick of it because, first of all, this is the main reason black people are sick of the Democratic Party, is because of your position on abortion. Okay? How dare you, Spike Lee, open up your big mouth, you understand, and tell black men they got to get their head right. You telling black men, should they choose between another racist white man, which every president before him was a racist white man, or I don't even know what she is at this point, a wannabe black woman, East Indian, white, Irish, God knows what, who wants to abort our babies and depopulate us out of her own mouth. You telling them they got to get their head right? So your head ain't right if you don't choose a woman who totally advocates for killing our babies when we just read 20 million of them got killed. Then your head ain't right? Your head ain't right because of that. Give me a break. Donald Trump was a racist when he was in office the last time, but that bastard fed black America when that pandemic came. I'm not saying to vote for him, but black America ate good while Donald Trump was in office. Joe Biden got in there 4 years and sank this place, man, like a depth charger. He sank this country, brother, like a damn submarine sinks a battleship. He sunk this place, him and Kamala Harris, who nobody liked before anyway. Y'all didn't like Kamala Harris because Joe Biden didn't like Kamala Harris. They had her in the background doing absolutely nothing. And so y'all didn't like her. But the minute Joe Biden couldn't take the torch, all of a sudden, Black America had to be committed to this East Indian, Irish, God knows what, East Indian heathen. Now, all of a sudden, Black people have to get their head right. When are Black people going to be able to decide what issues is good for them? That's why I advocate for every Black person in America to join the independent party. And then we'll decide who we vote for as for president. We should always be undecided because both sides killing us the hell off. We've been dealing, listen, this is why Black men switch is looking at Trump. We've been dealing with white racists for decades. We ain't dealt with these Black people trying to murder our own babies. That's always worse. We know the white man's the devil and the enemy, but for so-called Black Kamala Harris, pretend Black people telling us this is the road for Black people and that road is destroying us as well. Bill Clinton sat up there, man, and talked about us like we was the greatest thing in the world, got in office and passed the bill to lock up every Black man moving because the corporations who, remember now, he did this exactly around the time that hip-hop began to get popular. Hip-hop began to break out in the late 70s, early 80s strong. And that's right around the time when he turned around and locked up brothers from all brothers. I mean, they was locking brothers up. There's so many brothers in prison right now on fake charges because they had a federal mandate where they was giving the states money for every felony criminal they would lock up. So they wasn't going to do that to white people who had enough money to fight the cases. So they went and snatched up every poor Black man and rose the prison rate, I mean, through the roof during Bill Clinton. Beloved, jazz playing, weed smoking, dark sunglasses, going on Arsenio Hall, Bill Clinton. And you turned around. That's why Black people didn't come out that much for what's her name? The wife, Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, brother, gentrified all of Harlem, wiped out all of Harlem's businesses, and did it with Calvin Butts and the rest of them Black preachers up there in New York City who got rich off of the grants and the monies that was coming down, who they used, and they used them preachers just like Margaret Sanger said to do it. Oh, Margaret Sanger said to use them preachers. That them preachers will turn around and get them in the door to do what they got to do to Black people. And that's exactly what they did. And they went and took over Harlem, took over all them people's real estate, put them people out in the street, fined them, had inspectors coming up through there, finding them all over, brought in corporations. You had nothing but mom and pop businesses in Harlem. They came and brought in all the big corporations, wiped out all the mom and pop businesses. You destroyed them and took over the whole damn place, wiped them out. Now you go up Harlem now, you can't even tell it's a Black area. And that's been done all over the country. That ain't new. They was doing that. They was talking about that back in the movie Boys to Men. They was talking about that. You know what I mean? Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood. They was talking about that back then for those of you that are familiar with. So don't tell us, man. Don't act like something's wrong with us. You understand? And why wouldn't Black men be undecisive with all the BS that has happened to us? And let me add one other thing if I could. In many cases, the point of the spear of destroying Black men has been a Black woman. Let's be real. Many cases, Black men, you didn't feel the hand of the white man. I mean, you felt the hand of the white man, but the white man wasn't the one that actually was doing the physical destruction of you. In many cases, it was a Black woman. And that's why brothers undecisive. Why the hell shouldn't they be drinking the Kool-Aid? You drinking the Kamala Harris Kool-Aid, Spike. That's what you drinking. The Democratic Party ain't never helped Black people. Ever. Since their inception, they ain't helped Black people. They help themselves. I yield on it.
Can I say one quick thing if I could, sir?
Please.
Let me tell you, these people have been having elections for 200 years.
Yikes.
politicians and their crews and their advisors, they know exactly how to get black people, black men to vote for them. I have never seen anyone try to get someone's vote by insulting them.
Never.
Yeah, I have no memory of that. This is how politicians get votes, by kissing your ass.
Yep.
They've been doing it for 200 years, which could only lead to one conclusion to me, sir. They don't want the votes of black men, because I think they could get them if they want how to get. I think that they could go on Arsenio Hall and play the saxophone. I think they could say, I'm getting rid of child support. Child support reform. Child support is going to go on a card. I think they will go on every hip hop show, and with LeBron James in that barbershop, Joe Button, every hip hop show, and tell black men, we're going to reform child support. We're going to do this. And I think they could lie and get black men to vote for them and then just not do it. What do they do when they want to get white men? They go on Joe Rogan. They go on wrestling. They go to NASCAR. They kiss the ass of white men. Why did that comedian insult Puerto Rico and not Bensonhurst, or not Staten Island, or Long Island, or not NASCAR, or not Tennessee, or not hillbillies? Because they have to kiss the ass of these men. But black men, somehow they're going to get our vote by insulting us. They're not trying to get our vote. They're trying to get more votes from white people, because that you absolutely can do. If you denigrate black people, if you talk bad about them, white people are sitting home saying, these black people are out of control. I'm glad somebody finally told them to get in their place. I'm glad somebody is getting all these black men together I be seeing outside. I'm afraid to walk down the street. I'm glad that finally somebody is telling black, and that white person is going to vote for them. Black men are too small of a voting demographic to be cared about. Who else is small? Hispanics. The number of them is so tiny that it can't really move it like if you got more white people or more women. So, you know who else will love you talking bad about black men? Women. They're going to love it. They're going to say, yeah, you tell him. I've been telling him to vote. He ain't been voting. They don't want black men to vote. They absolutely know how to lie to us, like they know how to lie to everybody else. Yeah. But instead, they insult us because they make white people happy when they insult black men. So, like you, sir.
Listen, when Donald Trump called Haiti a shithole country, you should have seen how happy white people they was interviewing. They said, oh, I love this guy. I love Donald Trump. He just says what we're all thinking. They said, we love it. I love him. He just says what we're all thinking. That's what we're all thinking. He just says it. We love him. And you're right. That's, I saw that then. You know what I mean? So, of course, they loving him now.
Which is so heavy and such a psychological point you bringing out, that hating us is how you encourage everybody else. And Donald Trump came out and said that. He said, I'm going to be the law and order president. When he ran the first time, he said, I'm going to be the law. In other words, I'm going to lock these niggas up, basically. Yeah. And like you said, white people came out and outvoted Hillary.
And now, if I could, sir, Obama insulted black men.
Yeah.
What's that cat name? Spike Lee.
Yeah.
That's going to make white people vote for Kamala.
Yeah.
They're going to vote for her because white liberals don't like black men either.
No.
They can't stand us either.
That's
and so they're going to hear it and think, I'm glad she said something about black men. I'm tired of them and the way they, walk down the street with their pants sagging or doing whatever. It's going to make white people vote for her more if celebrities hate black men. Otherwise, she would be kissing the ass of black men like everybody else gets their ass kissed when you want their vote.
So right.
Salakia.
So right. And boy, if black men, Latino men, and Native Indian men, if you could come together and wake up, man, you will not believe the power that the Lord has given you, man, and how great you gonna be and how you would shape this place. You would get your woman back, get your homes in order, and you would make your own decisions on how you fix, help, and move forward with your nation. And you wouldn't be waiting on with bated breath on the next politician to fix and save your life. You need yourselves to do it. That's how you do it. That's how every other nation does it. They care about their own. You got to do the same. All right, Yediah, where we going next? Did we run through that list yet already or no? Okay, go ahead. What you got?
Comic-Con, sir. President Biden to apologize for 150-year Indian boarding school policy.
Let's read it.
Comic-Con, sir. President Joe Biden said he will formally apologize on Friday for the country's role in forcing indigenous children for over 150 years into boarding schools where many were physically, emotionally, and sexually abused, and more than 950 died.
They didn't die. They was electrocuted in there. Lying bastard trying to sweeten the thing up. No, they molested, raped. I mean, they had their way with these Gadite children, which is what nations do when they conquer you. The nation conquer you. That's why they was mad when them Israelis was raping them Palestinians in them prisons over there, and the Israelis got mad. They went and kicked the prison, started arguing with the politicians because they wanted to charge them for, doing what they was doing when that's what nations do when they conquer another nation. And that's what's happening to you. That's why they turning your sons into sodomites, homosexuals. That's why they doing that. That's why they turning your daughters into whores. Like the scripture said, sold a boy for wine. I forget how it go. We shall in Deuteronomy, right? Where he says, sold a boy for wine. That's what nations do when they conquer you, which is why you should turn back to the Father so that he could free you from this place and get back in the covenant that your forefathers made. Now you begin to see why it's so important that you do it. It's so important because you would not get a way out other than that. You be a mess in this place. That's what nations do to you. And that's why slavery is the worst thing you could ever fall in. And if we could wake up, man, and come together, we could help ourselves, man. We could help ourselves in a tremendous, amazing way. We could help ourselves from this evil. But I pray y'all strengthen as strong as the I.S.U.P.K is. I pray y'all become strong with it. Go ahead, Ak. You got more on it? Y'all want to jump in?
If I could back you up on what you're saying, Commander General YAHANNA, while everyone is fighting to vote. There's an old saying, right? It's part of a poem by Kipling where he said, war is a detestable obscenity, but it is preferable to subjugation.
Damn.
It's preferable. War, to separate from people is terrible.
Right.
It's a horrible thing to not be a unifier or to be separate.
Right.
But it's better than slavery. It's better. And voting is not the opposite of slavery.
It is not.
It's not the opposite of subjugation. I know you don't want to be like us. I know you don't want to be hated and called a cult. I know you don't want to separate. It's better than slavery, right? This is our lifestyle that we live is preferable to subjugation. And for the life of me, once people see that, I believe the Most High will help us in his mercy, sir.
You listen, you so right. If I could add, you was to say something, General? No. If I could add something to what you were saying, man, which is so important. Like, let me tell you something. When we talk about coming together, man, we're not talking about coming together to now break all of America laws. A lot of you think that. A lot of you think we're going to now get together, fight the government, break all the laws, because you want to be lawless. That's why. You want to be lawless in some woods some goddamn way. That ain't what we're talking about. Let me tell you something. You don't have to break a single law in America. All you have to do is follow the Lord's law. The Most High's laws don't conflict with America's law. Like the Lord ain't say the law in America don't say you have to get a marriage license. The law in America don't say you have to move in white people's neighborhood. The law in America don't say you can't help your own out. America don't even do that, man. America don't even have those laws. They'll write those laws if they think it's necessary, but they don't have those laws. You can serve the Most High, bring your nation together, and you could do it all following this man's law. It ain't gonna make him hate you any less. He killing you in the streets. He already killing you in the streets. So if you think this gonna make him hate you more, he already hates your guts, and you following his law and falling into every vice that he wants you to become a part of. So why not help yourself and do what the Lord said? He gonna hate you anyway. Go ahead, I'm done.
What I find most of you who say, we shouldn't follow America's laws, you want to be lawless, you don't follow the Most High's laws either.
That's right.
You don't even do that. You try to act like, why are we all following America's laws? They don't respect God's laws, but you ain't following God's laws either. If we do a check, if we vet you, we'll find out you don't follow no law.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead,
I'm done.
if you're gonna be real about it, you know what I mean? Where we at, fam? That's it on that? Where we going, you die? Let's ride.
Come on, sir. Tongues talking Tyler Perry caught on video raining dollars on stripper at Usher concert.
Now, y'all got to help me out. I don't know why a man that became famous dressed up in a woman's dress would be a shock that he's in a strip club. Like, once again, we look at the rich like they gods because we want to be the rich. So it's like Tyler Perry in a strip club.
Oh, no.
Kirk Franklin told you don't sit on the bench of his piano. That's what Kirk Franklin said. And you loved him. He was just at a concert, half naked, doing something in that concert, brother, that was ungodly, like I can't even explain. And now I don't know if it's gonna mess you up if you play this video. You might want to just leave it on them still shots right there, if you could, just to keep it safe. Yes, he was in a giant strip club, and Usher handed him a stack of money, and he used the money to give it to the stripper. Come on, gentlemen.
If I could, sir.
Yeah.
For those of you that are offended by Tyler Perry throwing dollars at a stripper in a strip club, don't worry. He's still gay. It's all right. Have no fear. He's still gay. And of course, wearing that dress for all those years is why he's throwing dollars at a stripper. Because now we're supposed to believe he likes women.
Right.
Thou dost protest too much. That's from Shakespeare, my you don't need to fight so hard to show us you like girls.
Right.
That's like Shannon Sharp. Remember that? Shannon Sharp had to take the sex.
Yeah.
Why? So that we would never think he'd ever like a man. It's okay. They're still gay.
Listen, and the Shannon Sharp one, I told you they deciphered the tape.
Did they?
And it was a man.
Oh,
That was a man's voice.
Surprise, surprise.
The man said, "Yes, sir." As when he said, "Come in and give it to me," the man said, "Yes, sir." I don't know a broad on earth, not no black woman that say "Yes, sir" when you tearing up that tape. You understand? I could be wrong, but it sounded weird to me in the beginning. When I first heard it, I said, "This don't sound right."
Come on, man.
And brother, they came back later, man, said that was a man. They think it was that small dude that worked for him.
Yeah, that's what Yedai was telling us before.
And
these preachers, like, they have to do this now. Tyler Perry knows there's a camera right there. The man gave him the money to throw it.
Yes, handed him the money.
It's planned so that they can tape it. So now we can all say, boy, he likes women too much.
Right.
It's okay, everyone. He's still gay.
And he threw it gay anyway. He threw the money. He threw the money.
And really ain't fooling nobody.
Right.
Really, nobody.
Come on.
He threw that money like he didn't know what a woman was. God.
I mean, just in the past, the sodomites, a lot of them don't realize everybody know they're sodomite.
Right.
I remember I watched something where this sodomite, I think some more famous sodomite, one of the more famous, maybe a hip hoppy show, one of them.
Yeah.
And he said, so I just want to let everybody know, first and foremost, before I go on, just let everybody know that I'm homosexual and this and this. And they are, and these are his buddies and them. They was all like, some of them was, people who knew it. He said, well, we knew that. We knew that. He said, okay. So
great.
like, I don't know what they think they fool. Who they think.
Mike, I gotta say one thing. It going back to the why some black men are having aversion to the Democratic Party. It might be something to do with all this gay nonsense and all these transgenders. Damn. Like, maybe a man doesn't want a transgender to beat his daughter to death in a damn boxing match. Like you attach yourself to the gays, you're gonna lose men. Ain't that obvious, right? All of this transgender nonsense and pronoun nonsense. Of course, some men are gonna not want to join with a transgender man who's going into the bathroom and got to get a new bathroom for him. But they know that. That's my point, Maya. They know that already. They know that they were going to lose some black men because of their allegiance with the transgender community. They'll make up for it with more white people. They'll make up for it with the white people who are tired of that neighborhood. What about Harlem, sir? All those white people that live in Harlem, who are liberals. You think they like black people? Seeing them every day?
Please.
Scared to death to go to the bodega? They'll vote more for Kamala if she'll start to do something about these black men in Harlem that they think is their neighborhood.
Right.
In Brooklyn that they think is their neighborhood. They don't care at all about black men. They're not trying to get your vote. They're trying to get more votes from white people. Salaki.
Damn right. Damn right. Give me that scripture right quick.
Go, so the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 9. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
They already, it's coming off their face, who and what they are. It ain't no mystery to nobody. Where we going next?
5 Virginia deputies fired after they beat black man until he had a medical emergency less than 30 minutes after he was booked in jail for trespassing.
Insane. Go ahead, Al. Read some more.
Colonel sir. 5 Virginia deputies have been fired from their jobs after the death of an inmate who died while being restrained was ruled a homicide. Authorities say 34-year-old Roland Hill died in June while he was being booked into Virginia Beach Correctional Center by multiple deputies just days after being arrested on charges of trespassing, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. According to the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office, Hill was being uncooperative and combative during the booking process and had to be restrained.
Which means he cursed them the hell out. That's all.
Probably means, sir, he didn't think he should be arrested for trespassing in a public place.
Exactly.
Probably he didn't understand it.
You're
Probably,
right.
sir.
He didn't understand his role. You right. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. Less than a half hour after he arrived at the jail, he suffered a medical emergency and had to be rushed to a local hospital. He died 6 days later.
Damn. They beat him to death. He had a medical emergency 30 minutes after he got there. They just quietly waited, booked him in, got him in the cell, and then beat the mess out of him. White man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Like, what have we done to you for you to be so angry with us? For you to hate our guts so much? We fought in your wars. We built your empire. We slaved on your terrible jobs. Our forefathers worked their nubs off to the bone for free. What more could we have done for this country for them to hate us so damn much? And that's why you can't never love a person that hates you. You know what I'm saying? Like a man, like a nation that hates you, why are you trying to love them? Why, like the scriptures say, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Why are you seeking love from a man that can't stand you? The Lord said in Revelation, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins. Like you partake of her sins because you're doing every damn thing you can to be loved by a man that will never, ever love you. That's the hardest thing to counsel to somebody. I counsel brothers and sisters, man. Sometimes I'll count a brother and have to tell him. And brothers hate me when I tell them. But I have to tell them, listen, brother, this sister here is an abuser. And she's abusing you. And she will never love you. She will never have empathy for you. She will never care what happens to you. So what you're going to have to do is set up rules in your house for you to be cordial and functional. And brothers don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that this woman does not love them. And that's you, Black America, Latino America. You don't want to hear that white people don't love you. You don't want anybody to tell you that. They hate you. That's reality. Like if anybody else on the planet was being brutalized by the law enforcement like you were, it would be a worldwide uproar. It would be a worldwide uproar. But it goes on with you till it becomes normal. And that, brother, is the textbook definition of abuse. To harm the other partner in your relationship for no reason and to continue doing it long after it's been exposed and to apologize after each incident. That's something to think about. And they do that too. We're so sorry all the children that got killed, the 900 children that's dead because of, being in these so-called Indian boarding school. We're so sorry. It was so not right. It was so wrong. Meanwhile, they had to assign new FBI agents last week to the reservations because the amount of killing of young girls by white people on these reservations is going to epic proportions, to where they now have to assign FBI agents just to find out who's doing all the serial killing to these North American Indian girls. And it'll be oh, we so sorry this is happening, we sorry. They're not sorry. They're lying to you, and you so dumb that you can't tell that they're lying to you. Go ahead, Maya, please.
I was just gonna say, and listen, their hatred for us is very, very biblical. What does that mean? That means that God sanctioned their hatred for us, man. It's in the Bible. He said, "Who can make straight that which I have made crooked?" You can't vote enough to make them love you. You can't fight enough of their wars to make them love you. No matter what you do to these people, it is spiritual that they still gonna hate you. I mean, I know y'all saw the black Donald Trump supporters, right? He went to a Donald Trump rally, and the white Donald Trump supporters beat the black Donald Trump supporters.
And that ain't the first time. Remember the other cat in the bleachers got punched in the face at the last time.
Yes. So no matter what you do, these people are not going to love you because they weren't created to love you, man. So what's the alternative? All we got is each other. That's what Commander Johnny Yahanna been teaching me since I was a baby. That's what he been teaching all of us. All we got is each other. So, and that's what the Lord wants us to have, each other, and come together, man, so he can raise his mighty hand and bring these people down. You understand? So it's I know a lot of us are surprised because we still got Christian hearts, and we still think it's something. You think because your mama kissed you since you was a baby, you still think you're cute. You still think everybody's supposed to love you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And pinch your little rosy cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But everybody not going to love you. We are in hell, black people. You forget that sometimes. One of our punishments in the Bible was to be in hell and be under a brutal people who didn't care for the young or the old, who was brutal against man, woman, and child. And that's what we are living. You're not going to vote that out. You understand? Because who can make straight which God have made crooked? He made these people like they are, and they are our spiritual, natural-born enemies. So let's just do what the Lord said so we can get power over them. You understand? Because listen, they hate us, and we the poor. We the poor and powerless and hate us. Meanwhile, China is their enemy. And it's a Chinatown in every city in America. And they get rich and do business, and police don't harass the Chinese like they do us. They don't harass the Africans or the Arabs or the East Indians in their neighborhoods like they do us. And those people are his enemy. It's Russians, Ukrainians. Oh, you know how rich the Ukrainians are getting, General? I was looking for these programs, and all of them are on meal programs, right? I was just looking through them, and because I had a whole list of them, and all of them are owned by Ukrainians. I was looking for some Spanish, but all these meals and different programs are owned by these Ukrainians. And then I heard there was a video of the Ukrainians just counting money on video. They come over here and get rich, man, crossing the border, and and they ain't legal yet. They just bought them all over here. But the illegal immigrants that they hate is us.
Exactly, because they more.
I'll wait for you, sir.
Okay, real quick, please. Because there's more Ukrainians came in. I keep bringing this up. I'm gonna beat this like a dead horse. Sure. More Ukrainians came into Chicago than Latinos, and the Ukrainians is taken care of, and all the brothers and sisters, other brothers and sisters, is catching hell in the city of Chicago. And wait a minute, what about? Remember back in the day, all the Ukrainians was considered drug dealers. They was like, don't mess with them Ukrainian drug lords. They worse than the mafia. Remember that? Them Ukrainian drug lords. They worse than the mafia. What happened to all of them? They still got paid. They still getting their money. They still eating off of us. They still putting us on the bottom. It don't never end. Two quick points. Kaana, you got it right. A perpetual hatred. And Best Line 1, you got it too. Didn't want to have to do this. That's exactly what they do. When they tell you, you got to have your hands on the steering wheel. You got to speak nice to the police officer. This man is murdering you no matter how nice you are. He ain't even waiting for you to do nothing. He's blowing your damn brains out. So it don't matter how nice or not nice you are. First of all, you telling me if you're not nice to the police officer and he kills you, that's okay? Like you curse him out like a white man curse him out, and he beats you to death, and it's like, well, you shouldn't have cursed him out. So he had a right to kill me for cursing him the hell out or speaking to him out of turn. That's abuse. And that's what happens to us in this place. And we better get our mind right, man, to get up out of here. It's lucky, Joe.
No, if I could, sir. What you and Commander, what you and General Mayak were saying is so true about how they hate us and the police murder us. Elon Musk was at that Donald Trump rally, jumping up and down when he is against unions publicly and against overtime, and literally creating a workforce to replace white men. Like he's literally making the robots
yes, he is.
to take away the jobs of white men on construction sites and truck drivers. And white men love Elon Musk when he is inventing your replacement. That robot is going to replace you at the construction site, at the security guard place you work at the military.
Yeah.
The military, you're not going to be able to go join the army.
Yes.
The robot is going to be in the damn army. He is taking your jobs and you love them. And you were at a Donald Trump rally in 2024 that could have been in 1931 in Madison Square Garden when the Ku Klux Klan had the exact same rally. And they're about to vote again in 2 weeks. You have voted since 1931 and you're still having Klan rallies. And the police are still killing you. Now, you remember that. This story could have been in 1962. This cop story we're reading about in Virginia, in the Old Dominion, in the Old South. The police are killing you like it was 1962. You know something I read that's depressing? I'll tell you about. You read a book and it'll say, black people are being beat and thrown in prison. I can't believe this is happening in 1945.
I remember.
It's like a crazy thing in that if you read an old book, the person in the book is saying it's impossible. In this day and age, in 1925, that kids are starving. And I read that and go, that's depressing.
That is.
Like, I mean,
if you didn't know the Lord was coming for us, you would have to come to the reality and say, this is not the fight I should be in.
Oh, Lord.
You'd have to give up this fight.
I mean,
like this fight only makes sense if you believe in the Lord. God. If you don't believe in the Lord, then we better use this brain power we got and go on and make us some money.
It seems like it.
It
seems like it.
All this Israelite talk. We in the wrong business. But thank the Lord thank God for men of faith. That's the only way. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. When you look on the horizon, it don't look that good. I thank the Lord. I'm too simple to not know.
I thank you too. I thank you too.
I think the Lord, I ain't smart enough to say this is some bullshit. I need to go back to college.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. I thank the Lord. Listen, I try to put my head there, and I'm just too damn angry. I'm like, no, I'm a ride or die nigga, man. I don't roll with the ball. I'm not trading them. I don't give a fuck how I look. You understand? I don't trade out. I don't switch sides. That ain't no shit I do. So I'm in it till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? Or till Christ return, which I know we about to happen. And I hate to say, just to add to it, the Lord did so much for us with the war in the Middle East. But now the war is dying down because the Israelis did not retaliate on Iran on no serious level, listening to Joe Biden. And when I saw that, you know what I said? I said to myself, I wonder if the Lord let them die it down because we refuse to step up as a people and show the Lord to go on and bring it on and let us get free and get the hell up out of here. I wouldn't be surprised. But we're going to persevere on because the Lord said them prophecies are going to happen and they're going to happen. But right now, it done got cooled the hell out. But those that have the faith, they're going to hold the ground. And we holding this ground all the way to the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn right. What you holding? Anything strong, you die? we really at the mark, but I'll throw one more in if we got time. If you got something good. Whatever you want. Big shout out to Anton One. You got it right, man. Black people, wake the F up.
Damn right.
Inside yourselves.
1960
Wake
civil
the
rights.
fire inside yourselves. So
damn right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sir. 1960 civil rights protesters who staged historic sit-in finally have arrest records cleared.
Damn. Their arrest records finally cleared 60 years later when they was fighting for civil rights. They held that record to 2024. Let's show you the white man's the devil. Now, all this liberal talk, we love blacks, we all together, kumbaya. Barack Obama in the White House, that bastard did not sign the paper. Your beloved Barack Obama did not sign the legislation to dismiss them charges on all them people that fought in that. So meanwhile, he's singing in the Baptist church, singing and all this. Y'all full of garbage, man. You full of it in this empire. What about the brown berets? They should have been freed too. Our Latino brothers from Puerto Rico that stood with the black. That's something that's not very well told. Our brown beret brothers stood with the Black Panthers, man. Meanwhile, Weather Underground was blowing up buildings in New York City, and them bastards got out and went back to college and became college professors. They college professors, and they was out and out terrorists with bombs. Weather Underground white people. But meanwhile, black people and brown people who stood up for them type of rights, who didn't do nowhere near as bad as that, they still in jail to this day. And many of them will die in jail or have already died in jail. Slocky, go ahead.
It'll show you that, these people, they got records. That's why I don't believe, if they wanted to, if they gave a damn about us. I know they don't, but if they gave a damn about us, all them slaves that got their house taken by white people, burned and chased out of the South and Mississippi, they got the records on all the people who did that, who running corporations now, rich as hell now, but you'll never hear about it.
Can I give you one, Mayak? Did everybody know about those little girls in, I believe it was Alabama, who every white student stood against them when they tried to go to school and
that's
integrate
a beautiful picture you got, Marat. Sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to let everybody know that's a picture of the brown berets and the Black Panthers standing together. Them brothers got down with each other. Sorry,
no, I'm pleased, sir. He might be able to find this one later as well. There was 4 girls in Alabama that integrated the Alabama schools.
That's right.
And the governor said he'll never integrate the schools. And the students came out against these little girls. One of them was Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Right. And he's in the picture. Dang. He's standing there in the picture, standing there making sure these little girls can't go to school. And he is celebrated. No one asked him for anything. He doesn't apologize. They don't care. He owns a football team.
It just ain't enough money. That's
him, sir.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's him right there with the circle around him.
Ain't that so?
They know who he is, like you said.
Yeah.
They know exactly who he is.
And they got rich off of us. And he's over the football team where we're playing at.
Yeah.
That same white supremacist that would not let black kids go to the school is sitting over a football team, and he's the owner.
Yeah. And look, it just show you money and power is everything. You know what I'm saying? I saw a documentary, the Trayvon hoax or something like that. Called the Trayvon hoax. This devil go into the Trayvon case. He bring out and make him look so bad. Them witnesses with Trayvon's girlfriend, got all his text messages from them because they said he was a happy kid and he was happy when he got shot and this and that. They going to the text that same day. He texting back and forth with these broads and arguing with them. You hoe, you bitch ass nigga. Now fuck you. And then they going back and forth. Like and it took a lot of money to do this, obviously. So they willing to put money into that, you know what I mean, just to show that that's a hoax and all that's BS.
You're right.
And what's his name? Who shot him? I forgot. Zimmerman and all that, they're willing to show that, he had it right and it wasn't as bad as they said. It's a horrible documentary where it's, of course, against Trayvon.
Propaganda
mother and father showing their comments, conflicting comments and how the lawyer coaxed them into what they were saying. The poor sister, that was one of his few girlfriends, she on stand, I I don't know. I shouldn't have said it. Oh, it was just horrible. You know what I'm saying? And that documentary took some money to do all that research.
Hell
that
yeah.
double did.
Probably got a grant to do it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't worth the trouble or the money, especially to help our situations out or to get our records expunged and to do all that. It take a few dollars. It take a little care. But again, the Lord said we are people not desired. You understand? So,
and if I could add to what you're saying, what you're saying is so heavy in that we have both the resources and the manpower in Black America and Latino America to do all of these things. Like it ain't. One football player could finance the whole damn documentary to show what it should say. But the reason is we don't have the leadership that has us focused. We focus on getting some heathen woman in the White House who's about killing our own babies, which is amazing in itself. We actually fighting and cheering and pushing to get a woman in the White House that wants to kill our babies. Once again, that is so like Christ. Christ sat up there, healed people. People watch Christ raise people from the dead, give the blind sight, do all those things. And we sat right there under Pontius Pilate, listened to them same preachers, and took Barabbas and said, crucify Christ. We'll show you how brainwashing, brother, and scapegoating is a very, very evil thing. And it's been done to us many times, and we fall for it every time. Y'all stay strong, man. I got the heavy hitters in the building with me, General Muhammad, General General Micah Al-Ka in the building, holding it down. I'm Commanding General YAHANNA. We do it up live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Join me, man. Let's get it on. See y'all next time, fam. Shalom.
For the down South Texas cookout in Houston?
Houston?
What you mean, Houston?
You never heard the news?
Yo, Warriors. Conquer us. Respect.
Shout out there. Hey, yo, I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in. What's the itinerary looking out? What's going down Thursday?
Thursday, you already know what Thursday's finna look like. We got the scripture breakdown with 12 shield Jeremiah behind me. He's gonna drop it heavy like he always do.
We're extreme. We're extreme. We are extreme. There is nothing you can do to stop us.
And after the breakdown, we're gonna have the fish fry, have some brotherhood and sisterhood, play some games, pick the pockets of y'all. You know we're gonna be shooting them dice. You know we're gonna be playing dominoes. Whatever games you have in mind, you know we put a wager line. We're gonna take that money, man. This is how we do it in Austin.
Man, so what's going on Friday then?
Don't get me started about Friday. You think they call us Boot Kiss Capital for a reason?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out.
Now, you gonna find out why they call us Boot Kiss Capital, because we having camp on Friday.
Oh shit!
And after camp, don't get me started. We're gonna go on 6th Street. 6th Street be popping, and guess what camp at though? Camp right there on 6th Street.
Good night.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
So what's going on Saturday? I've been hearing about Saturday.
You're gonna learn how to get down, shoot guns in Texas, the Texas way, man.
Shooting guns.
Automatic guns out.
Oh my God.
Automatic guns. Then we got the resort day. You know why? Because the rooms are at the Kalahari Resort. So we having, man, we having a black and white party. We having at a down south Cajun Eats, man. It's gonna be a live band there. It's gonna be packed. UPK gonna do what UPK do, man.
Man, you ain't right for that. A black and white party.
A black and white party, man.
So I know that what's after Saturday? Isn't it Sunday? What's going down Sunday?
You know how I get down? It's the cookout. We finna doing the cookout, man. We got a couple tournaments going on. We got the basketball tournament.
Wait, what?
Hey, hold up. It ain't outdoors. We rented out the gym. It's a real basketball tournament, man. We got the a kickball tournament. Y'all want to get active in that? Then we got the spades, dominoes, and chess tournament. And I say tournament, Aki, so you know what that means. That means there's money on the line. And of course, we're gonna do what we always do. The food gonna be amazing. The food gonna be out of this world. The food gonna be in the 4th dimension.
The 4th dimension?
You might turn to the side and might be an angel eating the food. That's how good the food gonna be.
Good night.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffee. If you play up that Glock like back the fuck up off it, nigga. You heard it, and I can see it in his face. Time to bring that bait, my shit raw. I'm